What is going on YouTube? Stipe here today, and today I'm doing a video on how you can get a 9-second Hellcat for the price of a REDEYE. Just kidding, for half the price of a REDEYE. So I'm going to get into this video very quickly now, and if you want to know how you can do this, stay tuned, because I'm going to get in depth into how people have done this and how financially it's the smartest way to do it. Because as you know, you can buy a stock Hellcat with 707 horsepower right now, used ones, for half the price of a REDEYE, maybe even less than half the price of a REDEYE, and you can do so much. There's so much potential to those motors, and in just a second I'm going to get into that video. But before we do, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, and we'll get right into this video now. Okay guys? So as I was saying, yes, you can get into 9 seconds range on a quarter mile. You can get into the 9-second range on a quarter mile in a stock Hellcat that's done up. So I guess we won't call it stock, but first you have to buy a stock one that's used. Now this is where a lot of people will go, well, idiot, you're gonna void the warranty. No, there's a way past that, and that's the thing that people don't understand. Is every time I've talked about this, and any time another YouTuber talks about it, about making these 9-second Hellcats, they're like, well, you're gonna void the warranty, it makes no sense, that's why I bought my REDEYE, I'm so happy about it, this and that. Great, be happy about your REDEYE, that's not a problem. Guess what? This Hellcat's gonna blow your Hellcat out of the water, and it's going to be half the price, and I'm going to tell you in a second how. So you go to a dealership, they have a stock Hellcat there that's used. Let's say it's got 10,000 miles on it, maybe less, I don't know, but you can get one for pretty cheap now. I mean, in Canada you can see them in the mid-50s range, which is about half the price of a REDEYE, because a REDEYE I think is like 105, 110, depending on how many options are on it too. But if they're the same equipment, you're probably looking at about half the price. You can find one used with about 10,000, 15,000 miles on it. In kilometers, that's like, I don't know, 20 to 30,000 kilometers. So still fairly new. 2016, 2015 you can find. Probably 2016 is probably the best year to buy, just because there was a lot of the recalls they had, they kind of figured out by 2016, and there's a more majority of them. So you'll probably find a 2016 more than likely at this point. So you've got this car now, you've bought it, great. This is the part that a lot of people don't know. So there's two ways you can do this. You can go to a dealership, buy this used one, and you buy it. Now, in the first 30 days, you can do all the performance modifications you'd like to that vehicle. Now, if you're saying, well, some people like to just, I'm buying the REDEYE because I can't afford to put, to pay cash for those modifications. So that's fine, that's not a problem. Well, you can actually negotiate with dealerships, and if you don't believe me, go into one and they'll tell you it's possible. They can include it into your financing, how much it'll cost for those modifications. Now, you do the modifications. Most dealerships, 80% of dealerships, will actually let you get an extended warranty if it's done through them, or in those first 30 days. So what you can do is, let's say you don't get it financed into the deal, you can get those modifications done, come back within 30 days and get it warranted still. So that is one way to go upon it. Now, in the case for people who are going to say, my dealership, my local dealers won't do that for me, what's the other way around it? So the other way around it is finding a person who has modified their Hellcat already and has a 9-second Hellcat. So this is pretty easy to do, actually. You go look at Auto Trader or whatever, and you see a dealership has it, it says it's been modified, you go look at it, see the modifications and things like that. Now, to run 9 seconds, it's got to be pretty heavily modified, so it's a little bit harder to find going that route. But I mean, if you can't find a local dealer that will, you know, put extended warranty on a modified vehicle for you, or just won't do it within the 30 days, then this is the best way to do it. You buy the vehicle from the dealer that's already modified, and you buy extended warranty. Now, let's say there are no dealerships with a modified Hellcat. What you can also do is find a private seller who has modified their Hellcat. Now, you need to finance it. Obviously, through a private seller, you can't finance it. That's not a problem. If you talk to your local dealer, most dealers will do this for you. If you tell them that you will give them an additional $1,000 to finance it through them, what they can do is they can buy it from this private seller, and then you buy it from the dealership. So this is another process that you can do. It's a little bit harder, right? This is kind of the hardest process to do out of all of them, but you can do it. It's just another way around it in order to get, you know, into that vehicle. So after all of this, like, especially if you're finding a vehicle that's already modified, the person who modified it is the one who's losing out on their money, is because they probably bought the vehicle new. They paid they're paying for that depreciation now because they lost there, and they're paying because they lost on those modifications. So those are all things that you can do. These are very simplistic ways to do it. And another reason why you win when you do it this way is, now let's say in 5 years the extended warranty is done. People go, well, what about, you know, after the warranty's done? Fine, I'm going to answer that too in a second. You paid half the price of a REDEYE. You know what that means? What's 1 times 2? It's 2. It's simple. It's simple math. That means you can just buy another HELLCAT that's been modified again. And even better, you might actually save money, because in 5 years, that HELLCAT might be even cheaper. So again, it's a win-win situation. I don't get, like, people kind of just look at this warranty thing and that's all they're kind of worried about. But you can buy, for the price of 1 REDEYE, 2 HELLCATs that are used and modified. And this is something that a lot of people overlook, and I understand that people overlook that because, you know, they just find the easy way out of things. But if you truly want a cheaper 9-second car, like, I mean, you can't go wrong with that. You can daily drive that car probably still, and there's no problems with it, because you still have that extended warranty too if there are problems with it. And the chance of you blowing that motor sky high is, I mean, it depends again on how much you're pushing it, right? Like, it is hard to run 9 seconds, so I do understand you're going to be pushing that motor quite hard. So I mean, you can break the diff, you can do a lot of things. I do understand that you can snap a drive shaft, but for the most part, this is probably the best way for you to go upon doing it. And that's my video for today, guys. It's a very opinionated video, but it's kind of an educational video on how you guys can get around this whole warranty thing. And I did a video on whether the REDEYE was worth it last, and that's why I'm doing this video now, is because people kept saying, well, no, of course you can modify a HELLCAT and make it faster, but then you lose out on warranty and this and that. So yeah, you're right there, but you know what? There's ways around that, and that's what this video is about today, is to show that there are ways around that a lot of people don't understand. And like I said, talk to your local dealerships. I mean, if you do have a friend who works in the car industry, talk to them too. It doesn't even have to be per se a Chrysler dealer you have to go through. In that case, you can go through a GM dealer, a Ford dealer, Audi, whatever. Doesn't matter if they've got a HELLCAT there or you have a relationship with someone there. I'm sure they're willing to buy a vehicle from someone. I've done it before, and it's very possible. We've done it for customers too before. This is all very possible things to do. So thank you for watching my video today, guys. Please make sure to hit that subscribe button, and thank you for watching, and I'll be back with more videos. Thanks.